Hey you guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about how money, inner work, is the thing that will make you a magnet for wealth. A lot of people will try to manifest money and manifest the next income level, but they wonder why the manifestation isn't working out, why it's not coming as smoothly as they wanted to, and they'll blame manifestation. They'll blame the fact that maybe they can't manifest, or maybe it's not meant for them. Like, it's not meant to happen. But here's the truth, right? Saying it's not meant to happen is essentially just an excuse for your current timeline being in the way that it is, because there's no such thing as it's not meant to be right now. It's just, if it doesn't happen, it means that you're not ready for it. And inner work makes you ready for it. So instead of waiting for that final day for it to finally manifest, for you to be finally ready for it, oh yes, amazing, like I have manifested it now, it must mean that I'm ready for it now. Something's happened to me so that now I have the capacity to somehow manifest this thing, and the stars have aligned, you know? It's nothing to do with the universe. You can make yourself ready at any specific time. You can alter your body and your mind so that your elastic band, like your capacity to hold things, can be big enough so that you can hold this thing now. Instead of waiting and waiting and waiting, because we could be waiting forever. Let me sort this fringe because it's supposed to be like that. Okay, there we go. We're all done now. I just keep looking at it in the mirror. So, there's no such thing as something meant to happen. It's just an excuse if you say that. Don't let the universe, not the universe's fault. Don't let the world tell you what is meant to happen and what is right for you. You are the one that make yourself ready for it. You are the one that can alter your being so that you can manifest it. It's just that you're not on the right frequency, you're not on the right capacity yet in order to hold it. So this is some of the inner work that you can do at any specific time to make yourself realize why you're not bringing it in and why you're not able to hold the manifestation of money. Or if maybe you do manifest money, but it's very scarce and sort of like in between there's a long period of time, and maybe you want to become the absolute embodiment of getting paid to just play in your purpose and live freely, not worrying about money. And you're at the moment earning a good wage, but it's not free and it's not your purpose and it's not this extravagant luxury lifestyle that you want, even though you're grateful for it. So what we need to be asking ourselves is, why can I not hold this right now? Why is my body repelling this manifestation? Also, if you notice the ring, I did also get engaged literally yesterday. You're probably going to ask if I manifested this as well. This was on last year's vision board, but it didn't happen last year because we was going to do it in a really nice place in Japan, and then the ring couldn't be made in time, so it was custom made. So it didn't actually happen last year, but we're 3 weeks into January, so it's still manifested, I guess. So yeah, I did kind of manifest this, but it was one of those ones where I wasn't like, it needs to happen, you know, it's just like a nice little touch, right? We've been together literally 9 years soon, so yeah, I knew it was coming sometime soon. So the money inner work that we're going to be able to do, I've got my notes down here. You need to be able to ask yourself, does my entire body want this? There is going to be so many things that you can do. You can reframe this question in as many ways as you want. Every single day, asking yourself, does my entire body want this manifestation? Does my entire body want this money? Does my entire body want this next income level, this next embodiment? And what you will find is there is little parts of you that don't want it. And those are the parts that are pulling you down. Yes, your mind can be very illogical because you're probably sat there thinking, every part of me wants this manifestation. There is physically no part of me that wouldn't want money right now. Like, money is the key to my next level life. Like, money is the key to my next level happiness. Maybe you're tying the happiness to it as well. But the truth is that there's some part of you that doesn't want it. There's some part of you that doesn't want it because it's scared about it, it's worried about it, it's worried about the unknown, it's got a fear about what people think, all of these things. And these are all the things that we work on in Paid to Exist as well. So all of these we have loads of little sessions in there where we go over the fear of being seen, the fear of deserving, unworthiness, all of these shadows in the shadow work half of it. So you can actually realise if these are the shadows that you have, and I'll go into all of the little questions. But when you realise that part of you doesn't actually want it, you can then do the inner work related to that specific area to unclear and bring to the surface those specific limiting beliefs. But your mind doesn't think that they're limiting beliefs. That's the thing. Your mind doesn't think that this is a limiting belief. It thinks that this is a very logical belief that is keeping you safe and away from the unknown, away from bad things happening. So an example of this might be someone's trying to manifest a 10k sum. So let's say they're trying to manifest a 10k sum, excluding all of the manifestation techniques where you could say like, oh, where are you trying to manifest it from? Is it from a specific source? Are you open to the whole thing coming from different areas? Let's just focus on the whole, does my body want it? And say this person gets real with themselves and they think, oh, right, does my entire body want this £10,000? And they start journaling on it and they start thinking little thoughts. What would, like, my parents say? What would my extended family say? Would they want, like, they might want some of the money, and then maybe if I don't give it them, then they'll kind of, like, have this bit of a vibe with me, maybe, or, like, maybe I'll buy a nice car with it, and then people will be giving me the side eye a little bit because I didn't share it, or they'll be like, oh, it's alright for some, or they're like, oh, well, she's just won that, she didn't even work for that, like, that's just so, you know, whatever, like, what are they sat there saying about you? And these are the things that, like, that person is running through their mind, like, what if, right? What if I win this and then people are genuinely, like, they don't like me as much anymore because they're, like, maybe they're jealous or maybe they're just talking shit about you. What will happen if you win this £10,000? What is the worst thing that could happen? This is a really good one. What is the worst thing that could happen in this scenario? Right, and you'll find that you start coming up with all of these worst things and they're actually quite illogical. And you're thinking, hold on, let me just question and challenge this thought. What is the worst that could happen? My family doesn't like the fact that I've won the lottery and then they don't love me anymore and then I'm disowned and then I have no family, and then you're like, hang on a second, like, if this is the route we're going down, then I already can nip this in the bud because that is not going to happen. There is no way that my family's going to disown me because I win £10,000. Like, come on. The worst that is actually going to happen is maybe they're a bit like, hey, Charlotte, you know, where's some of my money? Like, blah, 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 blah. And then at which case you would be like, first of all, the fact that you think that you deserve some of my money, already you don't deserve some of my money. And you can sit there and be like, I'm letting this control my manifestation of this money. And then your mind is suddenly just like, it has this, the ball drops, and you're like, oh, like, this was one of the things preventing me, like, oh my God. And then your mind just completely makes it become logical, and you're like, yeah, that was an illogical and illogical subconscious fear of mine, and now I've cleared it. Now my mind is no longer worried about it. Maybe you can come back to it every week, every day, and just journal on it to make sure it's completely cleared, because at the end of the day, we're not going to really know if it's completely cleared until the manifestation actually arrives. And then you can start journaling on all of the different things that you believe could actually happen if you won the money, if this 10k landed in your account, or if you did up level your income level. Are you going to feel bad because your partner is now earning less than you? Are you going to feel bad because your best friend is still struggling and you have loads of money, all of a sudden you're at the next income level? Are you scared that your friends aren't going to resonate with you anymore, or you're not going to resonate with your friends anymore? Are you scared that you're going to elevate so much that people around you, in public, in person, in your family, friendship group, whoever, are going to start thinking, like, who does she think she is? Right? And in which case, they're not real people, real friends, real family members, like, if they start to think that about you. Unless you genuinely did go, like, a bad onion or whatever, a bad egg. Bad onion. If you literally turn into a bad egg and you genuinely are really mean now all of a sudden and, like, stuck up, like, then yes, of course they're gonna think that. But, like, I would trust you would trust yourself even to not go like that. But if that is that a fear of yours, right? Is that an irrational fear? Like, what if I change? Because if people think you've changed, that doesn't matter. If you know if you've changed or not, that's the thing that matters. Are you going to change? Well, let's see. All of these times in your past where you've up-leveled your income levels, have you changed? No. So what's the chances of you changing if you up-level to this next income level? So sit down, journal on it, ask yourself, does my body actually want this? What's the worst that could happen if this does actually manifest? You will get to the bottom of some very deep-rooted, very illogical, subconscious thoughts here. I'm trying to think if there's any other examples that might come up for someone. It's kind of like, in terms of money, so I'm thinking of other examples in terms of weight gain, weight loss, where, so say for instance you buy a new car and then you're scared of now people looking at you in the streets and being like, oh, is that rented? Like, oh, that's on finance. And then you're scared of people like keying your car, vandalizing it out of jealousy and all those things, and you start imagining all of the bad things that are going to happen or that could happen if you did buy this car, if you did manifest this money. And then you think, yeah, that's illogical, again, because what are the chances of someone actually doing this? And, in reality, I wouldn't take my car to, Asda or something. I'd have a run around, I'd keep my current car. And then you start clearing these, right? And again, all of the techniques that I use to clear limiting beliefs and everything, obviously the main one is journaling, but if you want more of the in-depth instructions and other techniques, that's all inside Paid to Exist. But journaling is the main one, guys. You can do anything with journaling, absolutely anything. Manifesting, clearing beliefs, oh my gosh, just everything. Journaling, scripting, all of those things, that's what I mainly do. But I often do other little techniques here and there as well. I also have a few techniques on how you can actually journal and how I've actually done that in my life so far to manifest through all of my income levels, to manifest the current house that I'm in right now, all of the different things, to manifest my business as well. I used scripting, in fact, to initially manifest going self-employed. And the thing is, again, oh my god, this is a good example of money manifestation, you guys. You have to be prepared for your world to fall apart. The second I decided that I wanted to go self-employed and literally have a relaxing life where I do nothing and I just sit there and chill, I was scripting on this, and as soon as I started scripting on this, my Etsy shop at the time, this was the thing that made me go self-employed, my Etsy shop skyrocketed over Q4, and then my job started to go downhill. So not in terms of my performance, but more so in terms of the people that were around me suddenly had problems, and they were like, some of the people that I work closest with, all of a sudden, this was during COVID as well, hopefully I can say that on YouTube, we all had to split offices because we had to like rotate in case someone got the virus, then we still had the other half, and it was just this massive tension, and my job became so insufferable after this that I literally was like, I need to quit. And it was great. The fact that I quit was the best thing that ever happened to me, but it did feel like my world was falling apart at that time. And even after I had quit, I was like, I'll wait until you find another person to come and work here. That took weeks and weeks and weeks, and in the end I was like, you're kind of taking the mickey a little bit here. Like, I think I handed in my notice, and I should have only given 2 weeks notice, but I ended up working there for a further 5 or 6 weeks. And then in the end, I was like, I'm not working here anymore. So it was kind of like the universe was testing me to see if I would resist quitting. First of all, leaving everyone, the team. I was the only person in my job role as well. So I was kind of leaving everyone. So it was this test from the universe. Are you really going to tell yourself that you deserve this? And I hadn't actually truly decided that I was going for it until the day where I was like, I've already handed in my notice and I'm still working here, so clearly I haven't fully decided that I deserve this. And even then they were like, hey, can you still come back and do like viewings and stuff, because I was an estate agent. And I was like, no, I'm not going to come back and do anything, like I'm leaving, goodbye, you know. So that happened, everything started to fall apart. You have to be prepared for that. And also, I also did loads of other manifestation techniques, in fact, to then later on that year manifest my business that literally it does like multiple 6 figures every single year. So that was also one of my biggest manifestations. That was a completely different technique, but anyways, there's no time to talk all about it in this video. We're already on 17 minutes, so I hope this video helped you. I hope you do the inner work in order to manifest money and become a money magnet. Don't forget to always question your beliefs and realise where they have come from. And I'll see you very soon inside Paid to Exist. I'm about to film some of the sessions for it now. I should have it, for those of you asking on the live the other day, it should literally be ready in the next 2 weeks. I was working on the website yesterday, so yeah, I'm super excited about that as well. Oh my gosh, such an in-depth journey if you decide to go inside that full training as well. I'm about to film the light work section. I know I've been going so much on about shadow work recently, but I've just filmed all of the shadow work stuff pretty much, so I'm going to start filming the light work stuff now. This is where you are going to be able to uncover your unique light. This is the thing where you get to play in your purpose and the thing that's actually going to earn you the money. The shadow work is the part where you get to uncover the beliefs so that you're ready and in the receiving mode for the money to come in. Like I said in this video, you're not going to manifest something if you're not ready for it and you can't hold it. So that was the shadow work section, and then the light work section, you're now ready, like a fresh slate. So whatever you decide to have, whatever you want to manifest, then it will literally come straight in. And the light work is realizing your unique light, your unique purpose, the thing that's going to get you to be paid to be you, to get paid to play. That's the part that I'm going to film next. So yeah, I'll leave some updates for you guys on the channel as I go, but it should be very, very soon. So have a lovely, lovely day, and I'll see you in the next one.